So, if I say something, what does it make you think of? Ghost kitchens. Is it spooky? Is it a haunted restaurant? What is a ghost kitchen? We're gonna get into that. But first, make sure you click that subscribe button, click that notification button so you get notified when we have new content. And let's get into it. What's up, guys? This is Dave Ferrara from Fortified Realty Group, and today I'm with my man Austin Robichaud, who's our client success manager. And Austin and I, we just recently got this new listing, and it's a bakery, right? Or it was a bakery for a very long time. I mean, my wife, as long as she's been alive, has been going there. My in-laws went there. It's in a certain part of Fall River. Great family operation. Family retired, sold the building. This guy owns it. Says, hey, rent it out. Well, what do I do with this place, right? It's, has no parking. It's 1,200 square feet, give or take. It's a cool spot. It's got some history, great neighborhood. But what can we do there? And so Austin and I were talking, and we realized, like 60% of restaurants fail within a year, right? 60%. Within 5 years, 80% of restaurants fail. So, we're looking at this place and we're like, all right, does somebody put a restaurant here? And I got to be honest, guys, I don't know anything about the restaurant business. I know investing, I know business, I know real estate. I worked in restaurants, throughout my life, various times, but I don't know the specifics of it. But Austin, he's got a great background in restaurants.
I've been a chef like my whole life, 10 years plus, right? I went to college for it, all that stuff. So I've seen all aspects of it, right? The management side, the inside, right? The back of the house, the front of the house. So all spectrums on it.
Oh, you come to me and you're like, Dave, I want to open a restaurant. What do you need first?
Well, first you got to get the location, right? You need the building, right? Rather you're buying it, you're renting it, but you need somewhere to put the people, put your food, right? I'll see in here if you can kind of pano this and kind of show what everything is in here. You've got tons of equipment that you can still use. All these tables are good, right? Everything needs a little clean, but rather than that, it's ready to go. You obviously got your cooler in there you can use for drinks, sauces, whatever you want to use it for. If you're looking around this area, so we have an old heater system up here, right? We got bread slicers, they got the microwave in here. And so you got some good enough equipment.
Ghost kitchens, where did they start? Right? It wasn't invented yesterday. So go back 5-6 years ago, New York City, someone had this idea, right? Now, New York obviously is ahead of the curve with delivery.
Of course.
Right? I mean, It's just that, you can get a bike courier in New York. I mean, if you needed a bike courier in Fall River, it's not gonna happen.
Right. Yeah.
So like the concept of delivery, they were ahead of the curve. So somebody along the way came up with an idea and said, hey, why go through all the hassle with the Board of Health in New York? Why deal with all that? I can cook. So I'm just gonna open up a kitchen and sell my food. And it kind of worked for a little while until everybody found out. The inspections weren't done, they were exploiting workers, the whole 9 yards. So it kind of failed. But it kind of made people realize, like, hey, this is like an opportunity. One of the benefits of COVID was it kind of fast forwarded the growth of these apps. So coming back to where we are in Fall River, Mass, we need those apps. We need those third-party platforms that are designed for that I can be at home and say, I want to eat Austin steak. And bam, look at that. It's at my door in a half hour. Where were you last year?
So I was in the restaurant, right? I was chefing it up, living the life, right? So COVID came and everything changed in an instant. They made all these restrictions, right? So the capacity limits, right? Instead of 100%, you're down to 15, 20%, right? Whatever the exact number was. So now you lost, right? Instead of having 100 people in your restaurant, there's only 20 people. Right? So your profit, think when you're trying to make money, that's how you got to do it in the restaurant, right? You got to be able to pay for everybody. Your employees, your equipment, all that stuff. You just lost 80% of your customers. So where did everybody start going? Online, right? Grubhub, DoorDash. So the takeout industry took off, right? Way more than it normally has. So that's kind of where it relates back to this ghost kitchen idea, is exactly what you're saying, right? With the Grubhub, the DoorDash, Uber Eats, all these platforms have been booming. in the past couple years, specifically from that.
Now here you have this brick and mortar restaurant.
Yep.
The old school restaurant model was very successful.
Correct.
All of a sudden, the world changes. They had to pivot.
That's it. Yeah.
Big nut every month. I mean, you got your lease, you got your mortgage payment. If that's you own the building, all those salaries, all that food stock that's just going bad, all these things. So learning from the past, learning from what recently happened. You know, how can you get into business and build your brand, become successful, build your customer base,
right?
And then, if the demand is there and you have the customers, open up the big brick and mortar spot
100%.
when it doesn't matter because your brand is already there.
Exactly. People know about you, yeah.
And I think that's where the concept of the ghost kitchen is just amazing. If you're designed like that from the beginning, I think you can do it more efficiently.
Right.
You know, and that's just part of your overhead. You know, you're replacing one cost with the other, but that cost doesn't come into effect unless you make a sale.
Correct. In the United States, right, food delivery applications produce 35 billion in annual revenue, right? Huge, absolutely giant numbers. And just apps, right, the Ubers, the DoorDashes, all of those apps are projected to grow to 42 billion, right, also in annual revenue by 2025 with 111 million users. So just by that 20%. Simple math, right, you can see the growth of where that's gonna go, right? So if you think DoorDash, Uber Eats, all this stuff is big now, wait where it's gonna go, right? 4 or 5 years, it's gonna just be bigger and bigger than it is now.
And you know, like I said before, I'm not a restaurant guy, I'm a numbers guy, I'm a business guy. So I look at it, so you're saying the entire revenue of the restaurant industry is about 800 billion a year.
Right.
40 or so billion of that's these apps.
Correct, right.
So that's a disruption in the industry.
100%.
Which is roughly 5% of the revenue. So I look at these companies and I see what's happened in other industries, and I feel like that number can only grow. Like the future of that business is going to transition more and more digital and virtual.
Right.
You know, so I think, yeah, like if you're looking to get in the game today and open a restaurant today, then I think you need to really look at where the industry's going. If you got a dream to do a restaurant, here's the strategy. Dominate the online space first and then invest in the big physical presence. So this is a low overhead physical presence. You can establish yourself online, DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats, build your brand. When you got the customer base, bam, open up the big restaurant. So let's circle back around to where we started. So we have this amazing bakery. You know, it was always a bakery for, you know, however many years it was there, as far as we can remember. You know, neighborhood spot. So, you know, what do you do with that location? You know, you could do a bakery. Maybe you'll be successful. I don't know, you know, custom cakes, any other type of thing like that. Or maybe you got this dream to open a restaurant. You know, you want to like make it happen for yourself and invest in Fall River and invest in yourself. This is the perfect opportunity. And we love to meet you. We love to kind of, you know, brainstorm with you and come up with some ideas, you know, get our marketing team to help you and see if, you know, how we can make that happen for you. All the information on that location is on investinfallriver.com. All right, and if you haven't already, guys, hit that subscribe button, please. And, you know, make sure you click the notification bell so you can get notified. We're coming out with a lot of content. I mean, we are literally every day making videos. All right, so take it easy, guys, and we'll see you around.
Before you guys go, I got a quick question for you guys. Anybody in here, comment below where you guys are tuning in from and name one of your favorite things that you get on any of those platforms, DoorDash, Uber Eats. So if I'm in that town, what am I gonna be eating?
There you go. Awesome, guys. Take care.